Hey everyone, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. So, today we're going to be taking a look at my old drawings, and this is going to be really embarrassing, but I kind of want to do it. The first thing I'm going to do is apologize that there's no new drawing this week, and that's because I have a really bad eye infection, and I'm not having too much fun doing things with pencils and pens. For example, my homework, but whatever, this is still going to be interesting. So, these drawings are probably from the past, like, 3-4 years. Basically just when I started getting into drawing. And what you'll notice is I was really into anime, and that's basically all I drew. And I mean, like, I don't regret that time period. I'm not really into that stuff anymore, but I don't regret it because it's what led me to how I draw now. Drawing anime is what got me into drawing, and I'm thankful for that because here I am now, and it wouldn't have happened if I didn't get into it. So, I have a fat stack of papers under here, and they're all from the same giant sketchbook, and for some reason I decided that I'd rather have all my old drawings outside of the sketchbook. Like, I ripped them all out and put them in a big bin. So I've had this gigantic bin of all my old drawings, and I wanted to go through it for a while, but haven't gotten around to it. So, now I'm actually kind of excited. But, the one right on top is going to be the newest one, and then the farther we go down the pile, the older they get. And I'm seeing this stuff for the first time in a really long time, so this is kind of a surprise to me, just the same way it's a surprise to you. So, let's get started. Here's my nice big whiteboard. I just got it, and I'm really, really happy. I ordered this cheap-ass whiteboard off of Amazon, and I got so excited. Okay, so here's our first one. If my cat would stop playing with this toy. Kirby, give me the ball. I have a kitten living in my room, and he doesn't like it when I record things, because he doesn't like it being quiet. He decides to make as much noise as possible. So I'm actually just going to zoom out a little bit here. There we go, that's better. So this is our first one. The date is usually going to be in the corner up here for all of them. Sorry if I got cut off a little bit. This was from 2015, so it looks like we're going back 3, 4, 5 years. I've been drawing for a really long time, so I guess that's nice. And who's surprised? More anime. That's seriously going to be the whole thing, so get used to it. I used to watch a whole lot of shows. I'm sure people are going to recognize, like, all of these, but I will say that Bleach was my favorite show, so there's going to be a pretty fair share of Bleach in here. Now, like, what stinks is that I still like these drawings. It's just not my style anymore. This was, there's a piece of hair on it. This was a commission for somebody that never really went through. Some people used to, like, send me pictures of them and their friends, and I draw it for them. Wow, that was quick. Probably should have gotten this one out of the pile. I was proud of this at one point, because I was so bad at drawing kissing people, but then I'm like, why would I ever need to draw kissing people? Like, I don't really need to draw people kissing. These are all from Bleach. Not this one. This one is... Oh, I don't even know the name of it. Ooh, that sucks. It'll come back to me later, but it's not important. There's a lot of fairy tale in here too, because I really like the style and all like the bright colors. And this was around the time when I was first building my collection of my Copic markers. So like every new color I got, I wanted to use it somewhere. And like the fairy tale characters have so much color in their costume design. Yeah, you can put the pieces together. This one I used to really, really like. I think I did it for like an Instagram contest. Honestly, I might have won, but I don't even remember, because it was like a small contest. It wasn't anything huge. It was just a contest that was spread against, like, across, like, maybe, like, 10 accounts or something like that. And I think this was the finale. It took a pretty long time, I'll tell you that. Oh, this is obviously not finished. I used to have a bunch of, I think, Christopher Hart books that were all about, like, drawing anime and manga. I think I still have them somewhere, but I know this was from his book. There's a couple things from his books. This was another drawing of two friends that I had. I think it was like a competition, like who can draw us the best, because it was like kind of like a fake face reveal. Like, we're going to tell you our descriptions, but you have no idea what we look like, and see what you come up with, and whoever gets the closest wins. And I honestly think I was the only one that submitted anything. So I guess I automatically won, but it's fine. I don't even know where this one came from. I just know that... What? Is that hair? No, that's not hair, that's pencil. Is that hair? Nope. There's just pencil marks all over the place. I used to go camping a lot with my family, and having no service, no Wi-Fi, no nothing, I would just bring my sketchbook and a bunch of random stuff, and stuff like this came out. It was more like I need something to pass the time. And then I just grab like random pieces of hair or pieces of clothing that I like and try to like throw it together into a drawing. That's the same thing that this one was like. It was just random stuff that I threw together. And like the thing I wanted to work on the most was human posing, because I'm not that good at drawing the body off the top of my head. And back then I didn't really understand why that was. I didn't know how you learn stuff like that. But now I know that I need to take like anatomy classes and stuff like that. And Kirby, can you please stop eating the garbage can? I swear, he's doing anything that'll make noise. You're so cute, but please stop. It's the exact same thing for this one. Just probably found a dress I liked, and then I'm like, oh my god, I want to draw that, and here it is. I always just practice drawing girls, because when you don't have any models or anything, like, obviously I'm a girl, I just look at my own body. Like, if I didn't know how to draw a hand, I'd take a picture of my hand and try to copy it. So I always ended up drawing, like, girls in dresses and stuff like that. It was just the way I was learning. Oh, here we are, back to anime characters. Is anyone surprised? No. Oh. By now, I'm sure you can tell that I'm embarrassed of it, but, like, we're skipping this one. I don't like this one at all. Like, by now, I'm sure you can tell that I was embarrassed of it, but at the time, I really liked it, and a lot of people know that there's, like, anime nerds out in the world and stuff like that, who just always binge it all day long. But I didn't like people knowing that I liked stuff like that, because I didn't want to be labeled as, like, a nerd or anything, which might sound a little silly, but I was doing this for the drawing. I loved the way that all the art came out in anime, and, I mean, there's good stories in it, I guess, but I wasn't into it as much as other people are. I just really like the drawings. Oh, and I also like Teen Titans a lot, because it was a childhood show. And like I said, with the colors before, there's always bright colors and everything, and all these character designs, and I just wanted to replicate it. So there's definitely a lot of that. Most of these are from reference, like straight from reference. I think this was someone else's drawing that I just like recreated. This one was also for an Instagram contest, I know that. I think this was like round 1 or 2 of the same one that the other drawing was for, and got me to the next round. Yeah, these are not the best drawings. One thing I don't like about all my drawings is that I always like wrote the name of the character in the corner in like big fat black ink. Like, it bothers me now, but I used to think it looked good before. Like, oh, label my characters. But I really wish I didn't label it right in the paper. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you know that I use this little tag for my username and all my, where's the camera? I use this little tag in all my drawings, but it's a little piece of paper that I just stick to it, because I don't want my name to be actually on every paper. If I'm ever giving something away, of course I'll sign it, but I don't want to sign it until I know that I'm not going to be holding it anymore, something like that. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of Teen Titans here. I like Tara a lot because I kind of look like her, and in that crazy kind of show, you know, purple hair, pink hair, all that fun stuff, it was cool to see a character that looks so normal. Blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin, not like crazy muscular or anything, and no crazy clothes. Like, I like Tara a lot. This was something I was drawing for my cousin, Frozen, obviously. I don't really know why I never gave it to her. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, Lee. But as you can see, I never finished it. And this is from February 16th of 2013. I am 5 years late to give this to my cousin. Oh, I love this character, I know that. I thought she was so, like, cute, and I wish she had more screen time. Because I wanted to draw her, but there was no reference pictures. I might have drawn her, like, once or twice. This one, I always hated. Because I tried doing, like, a blending for her blush, and it really looks like she's 2 tomatoes stuck on her face. But maybe we can just... I think that's better. Again, more characters. I just tried to draw like all female characters from this show. I really must have had so much extra time on my hands, because here we go, another one. Now you're playing with the jingle ball, really? Please just ignore my cat in the background. He has this like ruffly toy, it's like a tube, and then there's like a jingle ball hanging up from the center of it, and he's sitting inside the crinkly tube swatting at the jingle ball. Kirby, please, can I have like 20 minutes of quiet? I used to really like this one, I know that, because I wasn't, if you could tell, I wasn't really that good at blending anything. The only shading I ever did was like very rough shading, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I would use one color on top of one color and you can distinctly see where they're shading and not shading, because that's like the anime cartoon style. But here I tried to do actual blending for once, and I mean, I'm not proud of it anymore, but at the time I thought this came out really good, and I thought like her proportions were kind of good too, because a lot of my drawings would come out kind of awkward looking. This one too, this one I felt the same way. They would come out a little awkward looking, because like I said, I've never done any studies or anything like that. I just saw a reference and then basically spit it out into a page. I loved this drawing. I loved it. It was when I first got different sized Pigment microns, which are little inking pens, because for me, I was really, really young while I was doing these, and I only had like one inking pen, and I thought it was amazing to even have one, and then I got different sizes, and I was like, oh my god, I can make different sized lines! So like, I was fascinated with the way her facial features came out, because these details are much thinner than these ones down here, because these lines are so much thicker. But like, when I look at it now, obviously I want to fix her legs, like they don't look quite right, and there's some like overlapping with the ink, but at the time, like, I posted on Instagram, and it by far got the most likes I've ever had. I was just so proud. Now we're back to anime. And more Bleach. Oh, the drawing of her before was supposed to be like a recreation of this one, because at the time I was proud of this one, and then I look back at it and I'm like, hey, I've improved, so I drew her again, but we saw that one previously. Because like I said, it's going in time descending order, so these are getting older the more I go. I don't know why, I always just wanted to draw like little cute girls with bright colors, and this one came out of a book, I know that. I think this was the Christopher Hart book. More Teen Titans, not surprised. This one I was also proud of, because for the same reason of the last tarot drawing, I was using the different size pigment microns, and there was like thinner lines on her face, and then thicker lines for her clothes and her legs. I mean, I didn't know how to draw blood, obviously. But it's cool. I think, minus like the blood scratches and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure she came right out of a Christopher Hart book too. Maybe someone else's, but you get the point. I think this was a gift to somebody that never got it because we stopped being friends. But I mean, it came out kind of nice. Well, this one's pretty crappy. But yeah, more random girls from Teen Titans. Now we're back to Fairy Tail. See, these labels just bother me so much, because I would write the character name and then where they're from, and I just don't want it on this page. I thought that was such a good idea. This one ripped and I taped it. She used to be my favorite character for anyone that watched that show. This one also came out of the book. I don't remember the specific books, but I just know they weren't original. I think this came off of some random picture online. Like, if they didn't have labels, I'd come up with the weirdest labels, and I felt the need to always label my drawings, and that bothers me so much now. Even if, like, I didn't know the last name of the character, like, I'd look it up and get their full name and put it on the page. Like, Morgan, stop! What are you doing? Some of these aren't finished, but like I said, I just ripped them all right out of a sketchbook. This is from another book, I know that. And I'm pretty sure I did this in my trailer while I was camping, too. I remember, like, this one, too. I did both of them at the same time. I remember, like, laying in the bunk bed, like, hitting my head on the ceiling while I was trying to draw this stuff. And I had the book, like, propped up on a blanket. This is probably the first time I ever tried to seriously use colored pencils, because I didn't have a gray marker to color her skin in with. And I knew that I had no experience with color pencils, and I knew that they're kind of tricky to make look decent. So I was like, well, if I draw really light, you won't see the patchiness. Well, that's wrong. This is from 2013, so I mean, I'm not that surprised it doesn't look too great. I drew her twice, I know that. The other one was the improvement one, but we're seeing them backwards again, so. Apparently I really like Starfire, because she's in here so many times. Oh, these were those witch comics that were a huge part of my childhood. Well, not a huge part, but like, I read them, I want to say like 10 years ago or something like that, like a crazy long time ago. So then when even like when I drew this, it was a throwback. And I was like, oh my god, I remember these comics, like I want to draw some characters from it. Didn't last very long. Here's Tara again. Can you tell I liked her, or can you tell I had too much time? This was for a Page World contest. It's like, kind of like an artist's Instagram. It's run by like a college girl. I think she's a college girl. She might be older now. but just someone who wanted to create a nice, inviting environment for people who were working on their art skills. And I don't go on that app anymore, unfortunately, but when there was a Halloween contest, this is what I submitted. These are 4 of the creators' original characters that you were supposed to, like, put into a Halloween scene. I was proud of this at the time. Here's more unsurprising, random anime stuff. It was really all I ever did. She was one of my favorite characters from Bleach too, I know that. And I really don't know why I never finished this drawing. I remember thinking many times that I need to go back and finish the Momo drawing, but I did not. As you can tell, these are getting really old. I used to have a figure that you could, like, position so you could draw from reference, but it was in, like, copying a picture. I had, like, a model that you would move. And for the next couple, I think, I was using that model to try to make my own original drawings with human positions that didn't look awkward. But you can tell that I'm not really good at, like, drawing joints and stuff like that. But this was 2013, like, oh my god, I was so young. Drawing used to take up, like, all of my time, and I kind of wish that it still did, because I really enjoyed myself, and it's obviously better than sitting in front of, like, a TV or a phone screen all day. But it just, I do a lot more schoolwork now, obviously, since I'm much older. But I kind of admired that one part, that I used to draw all the time. And now I'm lucky to get out, like, a good drawing every week or so. Oh, I used to love this one. I thought she was so cute. But then, like, later on I realized that her eyes are way too big and way too close together. And this is our last one. This was the first one in my giant sketchbook. I remember my mom got mad at me because she wasn't wearing any clothes, but I didn't know how to draw clothes. I was just looking at the model that I was talking about, and I was focusing on drawing her body looking kind of normal. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to draw clothes, let's just slap, like, a bikini on her or something. Like, I wasn't trying to draw nude ladies. I was just trying to focus on her body. And if you look at more, like, modern art stuff anyway, figure studies are all drawn in the nude, and it's not weird at all. But for me, being, like, a really young girl, my mom was like, why are you drawing this? I'm like, I'm just studying. So anyway, that was my entire sketchbook. I have some more old stuff. Oh my bad. I have one notebook from, like, 5th grade. But I couldn't cram it all into one giant video because it was going to be a giant video. So if you guys want to see more, just let me know and I can... Why do my hands look white? If you guys want to see any more, just let me know and I can make more videos like this. Once again, I'm sorry for no new drawing. I'm waiting for my eye to stop being the size of Jupiter. I have a ruptured sty underneath my eyelid and I was in the hospital the other day. Nothing big, but... seeing is not working so well for me right now, so I still wanted to put out something, and this is what I got. So anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching, and just let me know if you like this kind of video, because it was kind of easy to make, thank God, because I have school tomorrow, and I'm really not looking forward to it. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.